things were put in immediate effect. Things like a declaration on drug users whom his government have now declared to be terrorists in America. Also, that goes for the gender issues in America, which has caused a lot of problems around the world. He has taken it back to factory setting, so it is back to the male and female gender. Let's see what this will cause around the world. We see a probable boomerang and a chain reaction. This government is something to watch out for. A lot of worldwide changes are about to take change. I mean, the crypto world has already felt its impact, considering the Trump coin, the Melania coin, and also this morning we're hearing that there has been the acquisition of the Dogecoin, and apparently it's back on. So there's a lot going on in the tech world, and young people around the world are rejoicing, except Nigerians, whom tech work or tech jobs or tech affiliations around here could mean fraud or Yahoo Yahoo, as we call it, and might subject you to a life that is quite untold. This is the Nigerian situation when it comes to global development. And this is where we stand on things. Well, let's do newspaper analysis and reviews this morning. My name is Mavis Atudume, and of course, this is High Voltage. You can join us live on YouTube. It's High Voltage News. Please like, subscribe, and then share. Also, you can call live into the studio to be a part of the program. That is 0706 048 5853. You can also call 0915 570 8347 to share your views, thoughts, and contributions to any of the headlines that's probably struck you this morning. All right, let's not waste further time. Let's quickly take it to the Vanguard News this morning and see what's going on. Ahead 2027, why opposition can't upstage the ruling party. You can actually make 5 pages out of that. I can think of 5 out of my head, how they probably would still hold power. But it speaks to a deeper helplessness and deeper powerlessness. But that's a conversation that I'm not willing to have this morning. But if you do, the phone lines will be open in a few reads. So just hang in there. I'll be with you in just a moment. Now, UK-based Nigerian has replaced Kemi Badenoch's brother's stolen shoes and wristwatch because apparently she wouldn't let it go. She would not let this go. It's been coming up in conversations, coming up in her speeches, because she's been very vocal about her experiences while she was back home before she went over to the UK and became all of this important thing that she is now. But the truth is, she had a terrible experience. Now, the thing about us here is that we expect people to move on. We're so traumatized, we're so damaged inside that when we hurt each other, we expect each other to get over it. You lose your child in a stampede, everybody expects you to get over it. Like, there is so much inhumanity in our system, so much hard dealing with trauma. We have become very hardened. So now we get to deal with things and suck it up, and nobody gets to actually go through the full emotions of feeling things. So we expect each other to get over incidents. It was not just the police taking her brother's shoes and wristwatch. You don't understand. You're traumatizing people in this country. You're traumatizing families. We're talking about people busting into family homes where there are children sleeping and families retiring for the night, trying to rest in a country that requires you to put in 200% of whatever it is that you would do on a normal day. I was just talking to you yesterday about no matter your profession in this country, it seems you need a side hustle. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, you're a teacher, you're a lawyer, you need something else on the side. If not, you're going to sink. You're going to go bankrupt because your money means nothing here. What you make legally, what you make on a very good day, it's not worth the trouble. And they work you to death. If you think the public sector is bad, Take a peep at the private sector, you would marvel at the things that Nigerians have to deal with. It's a crazy place where we're living, and everybody, is expected to get over it. Well, she's complained so much, that's Kemi Badenoch, and now somebody has replaced her brother's Tolu shoes and wristwatch. I don't know, but as funny as that sounds, it's not funny. I must tell you, it's not funny. Well, let's also tell you from America, I was saved by God to make America great again. This is coming from President Trump from yesterday's inauguration. A lot of our stories will be centered around yesterday's inauguration as Nigerians are reacting to some of the things that they saw. One of my senior colleagues, Osarogi Omo, has been on X asking Nigerians if they've seen what an inauguration looks like, where people have respect and decorum, where people actually respect their country. Even if politics is being played, but there is a standard to which you must carry yourself. There is a standard at which you must conduct yourself. This is what the world is watching. And everybody has something to say. From Elon Musk, the Roman salute, which has turned out not to be a Roman salute after all, is a Hitler-related salute. Now, these are the conspiracies and all the stories and observations coming out from the inauguration. I don't know what you've seen. I don't know what you saw. What did you observe? What did you think that we could pick up from yesterday? And what should we expect from a Trump run world power? There's so much to look out for. It's amazing. The world will unfold so many things in the future, but now it has a lot to do with strategy, your information level. Are you tapping into the new generational wealth that is swinging around you? Some people have called it scam, some people have called it too many things, but you must understand that the world doesn't stay in the same place. It will never stay in the same place. It will leave you behind. So whatever decisions you don't make now will come back to bite you in the tummy in a few years, in a few months. So you better seek information, find out what's going on. Ask people who know better than you to put you through things you don't understand. Ask them what it is they're investing in these days. Ask them how to save your money. Ask them things. You need to get involved. The world is moving at warp speed. You must tap in. All right. I'm dishing spiritually this morning, but hey, it's going on. You must stay afloat. Know what careers are working, know what professions are working, know what information is what. Start using them. Stop condemning information. Stop withholding information from yourself. Get knowledge. All right. So the phone lines are officially open 0706 048 5853. You can also call 0915 570 8347. Right? You must do a lot of self-development. There must be a lot of self-enlightenment and self-certainty so that you can move forward. The world is moving. You must stay alert. All right? Let's continue to tell you, Elon Musk have caused a stir with a salute at Trump's inauguration. I just told you about the Roman salute. If you don't know what that is, you should pick up a book. Pick up your phone, go to Google, go somewhere, find this information, find out what's going on. When they're making statements and body language and telling you things that you think you don't understand. When I say I will reduce your purchasing power as a nation, I expect that an educated country would know what that means and ask questions. That's what I mean by you should get information. Don't say I hate politics. Don't say I hate this. Don't say I hate social information. You cannot hate things that affect you directly. Now, the NCC has done a 50% increase on your tariffs. Whether you like politics or not, you like my voice or you don't like my voice, or you like the way I'm presenting this conversation or you don't like it. This is your livelihood we're talking about. This is what your life turns out. That's what politics is. In case you don't know, if you think it's about electioneering, if you think it's about sharing things to people and dashing 5,000 naira and dashing 20,000 pounds, because we've heard what you people do during the primaries in your parties. We've heard what you do. We've seen the things that you do. We've seen the movement. And most Nigerians have forgotten that this is not even the onus of the situation. The real problem here is that your entire life is going to be dictated by the decisions that these people who are giving you 5K, their decisions are going to probably ruin your life or make something out of it in the not very far future. So you must be careful. You must inform yourself. Find out what it means, what these offices are supposed to do. Find out. If you hear about the EFCC, find out. It won't take you 5 minutes or 10 minutes to digest an information that is good for your mind. And that's why some of you have invested wrongly. You have spent your money recklessly. You don't know how to save. You don't know any of these things because you think all of these things are just talk. But billionaires are millionaires. People are becoming something useful with themselves every day. So where are you standing? So don't wave information away. Don't wave off these conversations and pretend you don't care. You're going to pay double what you used to pay for your data and your call cards and your businesses. You're going to experience this thing. So it's happening in the oil and gas sector. That's the petroleum that you use to move around every day. It's happening on your mobile data that helps you communicate and do business. Some of you, your entire lives are on these devices. Now, if you don't know, if you are not aware of what's happening in your environment, you will wake up one day and realize that you're bankrupt. Because a system where ignorance is applauded, where ignorance is something, people say it with pride, I don't like politics. Have you seen how dumb that sounds? A country that talks like this is not supposed to look anything better than this if we're being honest. So we must all sit around and think what we're doing and see if we're on the right path. Good morning to you. Greetings to you. Good morning. You're very welcome. Mm. Well, so far, Putin has sent in congratulations and has indicated that he's willing to have talks with Ukraine. So maybe you're onto something. Yes, he's withdrawn. He's withdrawn America from the World Health Organization. Mm.
Southwest are the vanguard of where they are today. Likewise, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, I think he really did well to put Akwa Ibom boys and girls where they are today globally. So I love what the governor of Ebonyi State is doing. If he can do the life for the security, Ebonyi State is going to be at the vanguard of the other states in the next two decades. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Vin Martins. Thank you for your very nice thoughts this morning. You gave me something to worry about. America as well has been reacting to Trump's withdrawal from the WHO, and they've mentioned how this will affect them, how this will cut them off in case there was another global crisis, something like COVID, or there was another pandemic and shutdown. They were wondering what the plan was. for Trump to have removed them. And they also mentioned that their health care is being jeopardized. But of course, a lot of Africans have seen the light with a Trump presidency. But the internet and also reactions coming from Americans themselves somehow seem to differ just a little bit, considering that what we have seen is that it's just the powerful people in America or around the world who are completely in support of this particular administration of Trump's. And we are wondering if there is going to be something that we don't understand, but because it seems all around the world, power is being taken away from the people strategically, surely, slowly, but it is happening. If you're smart, if you're wise, you can see them trickling down around the world. Same strategy, same pattern, same playbook, but they're just going very different directions about it. But then it's really about stripping power away, slowly but surely. It seems that's what I can make out of some of these things, because we saw the Amazon guy, we saw one of the most expensive pictures of all time on the internet yesterday, because some of these most powerful people in the world were circled in the same environment at the same time. It got the world worried. In as much as we know that they are all in very good cahoots with each other, but it was quite unnerving to see them all, in that unity, in that unification. It tells you that it's all a program, that it's all something that's been strategized. It's scary if you're someone who is deep in your thinking. Some of these world events will wake you up to things that would, change your minds and your perspective and the way you think. But I'm just here to say that whatever happens, I just hope that whatever government the people chooses by proxy or deliberately, I hope that it is a system that will somehow care for it, no matter how small, because at this point, we're probably losing that part of the story where there is simple humanity. We all seem to be losing that. So I hope that some of these things don't cause more problems than the world is experiencing already, right? Now, Trump has vowed to take Panama Canal and has urged Putin to make a Ukraine deal. So between yesterday and now, I told you that President Putin of Russia had sent in congratulations to Trump. And his statement was very elaborate. He seemed quite happy with his government or with his new administration. And then he also said that he was open to have conversations with Ukraine, considering the ongoing war and crisis happening in both countries. Now, this is a good sign. This is what many people envisaged that was going to happen. But according to Trump, he's trying to face America and see if he can fix America first. And as world power, you would think that if America got some of its things in control, maybe it will trickle down to other parts. And yes, if he does have the power, he can really do make some changes in Africa. I think he can. But another thing is, does he really care for Africa? That's a conversation for another time, because we remember during his former administration, he referred to a certain country in Africa with a certain language that wasn't the bestest. It wasn't the best compliment you could pay any country at best. And that was at the time when at least we could feed ourselves and we could actually afford our rents and pay our children's school fees. Now, that's a long time from now. Now, it's 200 times worse than it was at the time Trump was president in 2015. And yeah, who knows what he thinks of us now. So it's about global appearance. We're not looking good around the world. All right. When I go to the investigator stories, there are some things that you would hear there that will shock you. We're not doing well globally. We're being removed in so many things. If you don't know, Nigeria wasn't invited, and ECOWAS president and chairman wasn't invited as well, who happens to be the Nigerian president himself. So we might have a little bit of problem. A lot of people think we're positioning for foreign investments, but from the look of things, it doesn't seem like that's what we're doing. It doesn't look like we have all it takes, like we're qualified for people to look into us as investment worthy at this time, not with the kind of stories and the kind of news that's coming out of the Nigerian political scene. No, nobody will come to invest here. It's counterproductive, right? Since you won't help the people at home to keep it together, you're shutting down businesses, you're aiding small businesses and their death. You're aiding, you're nudging small businesses to die. That's what you do. You don't provide support. You don't provide help for SMEs around here. Outside multinational companies who can't even survive here despite their strength and their capacity. One wonders what, the average Nigerian, how will they set up? How do they start up? The banks are unbelievably expensive. The government doesn't help with overtaxing. So it's like you can't catch a break around here. Someone says, what benefit do you gain from being Nigerian? You're not safe sleeping in your own home because some security agents or security forces could wake up one day and decide to raid your entire environment. And now your children and your entire family are at risk. We've seen CCTV cameras. We've seen how you conduct yourselves. You must think. You must think. We all must take a break and actually think about our actions, our behaviors, what it says about us, what it's linking up to, where are we going with some of these things I'm telling you. Every other day we do this. It doesn't get better. Now I'm taking you to Daily Post, where we'll pick up a few stories here too. 50% telecoms tariff hike. Nigerians are to drag the federal government to court. When have you ever won that? That is very funny. And Nigerians to drag federal government to court. Let's see how that turns out. National Assembly summons finance and budget ministers over paltry allocation to solid mineral sector. All right, that will be good to see. Betting scandal, Maduka Okoya risks a 5-year ban. Okay, that's for you people at the sports session. But yeah, let's talk to you. Good morning.
Hello?
Greetings to you.
Excuse me, calling from Unity.
You're welcome, Cindy.
Ma, please, I didn't hear the news headline. Can you read it out for me?
I'm reading them out. Just hang on there. You will catch it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling in. Gotta let you go. Okay. You'll soon learn your lessons. Ex-Minister Akinyemi to Kemi Badenoch. What kinds of lessons is she going to learn? That's what I'm saying. Nigerians have very traumatic experiences here. You just expect them to move on. Now you're so mad at Kemi Badenoch because she refuses to let go. That security forces and agents harassed her and her family very terribly, and she had a very bad experience in her mouth. So many Nigerians have same experience. We can't make this up. As at yesterday, the EFCC was turning around the situation with the doctor who had the situation with the EFCC officer who lost his life. He has now been profiled, an IPOB member. I don't understand. Couldn't we deal with these issues better? Must we continue to go harder for harder? Couldn't we find other ways to solve problems than making each other look stupid? It went from him being a fraudster to him being all kinds of things. It's not getting any easier. We must try to make our lives easier in this country if we can. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Greetings.
I'm Obi Anakletus from Maryland.
You're welcome.
When people start congratulating Donald Trump and rejoicing over his victory, I get to ask myself, what are we supposed to gain from him?
Okay.
His 4 years administration never spelt any good for Africans, especially those of us that try or manage to see how we escape the boundaries of this country to America. He has this strictness in border closure, and that is what is coming back.
Of course.
He already talked about it immediately he won the election. So if he's about, yes, he really cares for America. He really cares for America, but not for us, Africa. Particularly Nigeria, when I remember when he called our elected president then lifeless. Not as if maybe he felt the man cannot do well or he cared about the people the man is going to govern, but because he's a racist, I must say. So I don't know what we are to celebrate about him. But the problem we have is that the people who are supposed to be doing the job he's doing in America here don't equally care about us. They don't even want us to even leave the borders too. So, but thank God, let's just keep grinding. Youth should not give up. At least now that he's back, crypto will bounce back.
Oh yes.
That's the only way. That's the only thing any youth that's anywhere can gain from him, and then keep hiding here now because it looks like a big crime more than those that are embezzling here.
Wow. What a sad reality for Nigerian youth. So if you have any tech knowledge, you have to hide yourself like a criminal.
Just anything that makes you a youth, you are just in a serious case until you are off that range.
It's quite sad.
Because if not, you can't even. I can't meet that particularly. I don't even do anything illegal, but I cannot confidently carry my laptop off my room.
Laptop. So what does it mean? Are we not supposed to be educated or have these gadgets? Can you help me? Why do you think they do that? Are Nigerian youths not supposed to be educated or informed? What's the
according
problem?
to them, what Nigerian youths are not supposed to be is independent.
Independent.
Yes, they want everybody to be clinched in poverty, so that poverty is a tool of control. That is the only tool they know they can use to control the Nigerian youths. And that is what they are doing. It's not that they don't know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They know that you are not doing something really illegal, but they know that you are going to gain independence from them.
You become something.
Yes. So, and when you are independent, you don't take everything hook, line, and sink. You challenge things. That is why they will come to election ground and share 500 naira, and you see people jumping up and down.
That's quite unfortunate. Thank you, Obi, for calling the show this morning. I appreciate your comments and your thoughts. Have a nice day ahead.
And you too. Bye.
Bye. Bye. All right, this is High Voltage. You can call into the studio. You can also join us live on YouTube. It's High Voltage News. Please like, subscribe, and share. You'll be doing us a very huge favor. We are just looking at top stories this morning, all the major headlines that made top news, all right, around the world this morning. I was telling you that Trump and his executive order has established Doge. All right. And of course, Elon Musk is over the moon. And so are other crypto traders all around the world. Young people who are crypto savvy are so happy. If you understand how these things work, it's probably a good time to ask questions about things like this. But a lot of people have signified that this is a good run for young people who are into things like this. So perhaps we might see a change when it comes to finances around the world, like I told you in the beginning. All right, victims of the Niger tanker explosion have moved to Abuja for advanced medical care. That is a very good sight. We approve this. Niger State has also made history with the first brain and knee surgery. This is a very huge one. Congratulations to them as well. All right, Senator Mustafa Clare's air on plan to dump APC. Wow, that's a surprise considering that everybody is moving to APC instead. But different strokes for different folks. Also, Wike and Fubara camp to battle over 5 cases in the Supreme Court come February 10th. The stories and tea from River State continues to get even harder. So turns out next month there will be tea, a lot of tea in River State. So keep a date with that. February 10th, Supreme Court, 5 cases battled in court. We'll see what that is. Okay, so that's as much as we can take from the Daily Post this morning. Let's see if there is something from the Sahara Reporters that we can look at All right. Sometimes these people decide to change their minds on on the arrangements that we already had, the internet people. But then nobody's complaining about the fact that we don't even trust these networks and these their providers to give us maximum service. But they can make a plea, they can make applications for tariff increases at will and get approved at will, and the federal government will not even apologize to the people or even let the people know, just approve and then add it up and just keep going. Yeah, it's becoming really selfish and really, really insensitive the way you people are treating us here. No conversation, no questions, you just go ahead and do as you please. uh, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. You're not helping. The Nigerian government, you're not helping. I don't care. You've sworn that your policies will take blood and tears, and you've promised that it will be difficult and all, but you're not helping. The moves you're making, the things you're doing, it's not sounding like you are helping. It's sounding like you're doing this on purpose at this point. It's looking like all of this is done on purpose. It's done with so much insensitivity. It's so much like it's very vengeful what's happening to Nigerians. This is terrible. And we are still not yet 2 years into this administration. We're not completely 2 years in. This is crazy. This is crazy. Good morning to you.
Community.
Are you there?
Yes, community.
Okay, you're welcome.
I want to talk about the network.
Yes, the increments.
You know that about this network tariff.
Yes.
Now, like before they increase this network issue, like all, are they not supposed to ask them like tell us like have an official? I thought they have an official LinkedIn account where they can post and be like, you are doing this because of this, you are doing this because of this. So just wake up and just start increasing network. They don't even 50 people at all. Like even people say that are even struggling to even buy 100 naira hotel. They don't even they just wake up and start doing what they know and start doing what comes to their door. People that promise us that everything will be better when you come, everything will be better. Things are getting from bad to worse. Every blessed day, food is increasing. Like, I don't understand this concept. I just wish that God is at least not using her to settle all of this things before I get out of her. Before you will not see you again in this country. Only one day the seniors, only male and female, only adults and not more children.
Bye. I hear you. It must be difficult to be a young person in this country watching out.
Because everybody now, and everybody here, most of people now that finish university, all these people now, they'll be like they are traveling abroad,
True.
And if they travel, they'll be like they don't come back.
It is true.
Because if they come back, you know what they're going to experience. That's them, they will see when they go back. Instead, rather they will come go to choose that place rather coming back here. Because they know it's better that it's better a refugee that come back here because they know what they are doing. I just wish that we will do something and hear the cries of the masses and do something so that people will not run away from this country because of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chisimdi. Like I said, it must be difficult being a much younger person in this country because it's way bleak. If you think about it, it could break your heart. If you think about it, yesterday, youth corpers were talking about where they were posted. And of course, this happens every year whenever the NYSC begins to run its posting and Nigerians beginning to react. Sometimes we forget that the insecurity that is reported every day, the terrorism that I name here every day when I come, the numbers that I'm actually saying to you are fellow human beings. Yes, they are fellow people. Like I said, we've become so damaged, we don't even have value for pain anymore. Everybody's expected to suck it up and move on. The number of people who die in this country every day It's not something we put into consideration. So everybody is praying. I guess that's why we love our religion so much. We're all praying that we're not the next victim instead of fixing a system that is dangerous to all of us. Yeah, that's the problem. I think that's one of our problems. Good morning to you. Sir, you're welcome. Good morning.
Okay, from Aban Road.
You're welcome, sir.
On this issue of tanker something,
Yes.
I don't know. Is it not better that federal government should force tanker driver to be two in each tanker, so that if one gets tired, the other person can take over? Because it appears that major problem we have here is tiredness. And once they are tired, they feel sleepy. And during that period, there is always tendency to have crash. And again, if you look at the age of these guys who are driving this, especially from the north, very, very young boys that
Agreed.
between the age of 15 and plus 20.
Agreed. And they are not regulated. They are feared on the road. They are not regulated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Then maybe on the issue of this telecommunication something.
Yes, sir.
To me, I thought that area has been deregulated.
That's not what the news is saying this morning. But they've been saying this from December. I remember that I reported it when they first floated the information, when they were asking the government to approve it. They said it was 100%. The federal government reduced it to 50%, which is what we have now. And this is January. And I've already announced that there's petrol hike. I've already announced that there is the data and tariff hike as well. So who knows what 2025 is going to give to us at the end of the day.
My question, my problem is that I was thinking that once a sector is deregulated, then government has no power to go there and start fixing prices.
Okay.
Because we have as many service providers as possible. Many of them too numerous to mention. If one of them decides to hike its own price, we'll start patronizing the one that is cheaper. Just like what is happening now in this issue of cement and the rest of them.
Of course.
And even if the government cannot regulate the fuel, which is the most important. Why they're talking about? Is there anything they want to regulate? Most of the time, will always be a problem. That is my own thinking, but I don't know. Maybe fixing price will be better for them. But to me, I was thinking that if it is allowed open, and as many, now that we have as many of them as possible, with competition, it will definitely bring down the price. Because if you decide to hike your own, and the other person fails to hike, the other person will get as many customers as possible. And then most of that business will not run on what they call high turnover. If you have high turnover, you make more profit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll still call back.
It's okay. Thank you, Mr. Okechukwu. Have a nice day. God bless you too. All right, you can also join the conversation this morning, 0706 048 5853. Also call 0915 53 8347. Now, there's a video here actually. Putin has congratulated Trump on his presidential inauguration and welcomes his effort to prevent World War III. All right, they've been flinging this World War III around a lot. And all right, we're just hoping that everybody holds on to their guns, okay? Hold on to your guns, everyone. All right, moving forward, Donald Trump has signed an executive order to withdraw the United States from the World Health Organization. There's so much controversy to this particular headlines. The reactions from the American public itself has been mind-blowing. This one says, for those who don't know, leaving the WHO makes it hard diseases like pandemics. It cuts off global teamwork and puts everyone's health at risk. It was in tackling COVID. So God forbid we get another pandemic, it will be dangerous. All right, so this one also says, why is the US government determined to make sure that Americans have the worst healthcare on the planet? Okay. There's so much going on. The reactions are crazy. Okay, so this one says the US plays a crucial role in the WHO. Now, the CDC there and the WHO works together and plays a role in helping the world be more educated and be more aware of the latest health trends. Now, Trump is throwing it all away and he's threatening to do it before. And he is here now. So America too has its own complaints about the world messiah, Trump. But we will see what happens. Spanish Prime Minister proposes ban on Nigeria and other non-EU nationals from buying property in Spain. It gets better. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Greetings to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is that Volt Radio?
Yes, this is Volt FM. You're welcome.
Okay. Your newspaper review.
Yes.
I want to speak on Trump. People are rejoicing. Yes, I like his statement. I am Pastor Chimbo from one day.
You're welcome, Pastor.
They only recognize male and female. Very good. So homosexualism is over. Number two, Trump trying to stay away from World Health Organization. He's not just America staying away. He wants to take time to know what is happening in that place. A lot of things are happening. I like what he did. He has to withdraw himself and then look at that organization with two eyes open, or eyes open, for him to know actually what has been going on. What the Chinese people have been manipulating the world, trying to bring one disease out, and the whole world will be closed down. That's number two. Number three, I think what Trump had in mind for Africa is good, because a lot of African countries are not dealing well politically. So you have to take time, these forthcoming 4 years, to restore Africa and know how to tackle each problem. Then let me let you know, this Santa driver, they smoke Igbo, they smoke Madeleine before they enter their cars. They don't care which other car that is coming. The federal government needs to take time to tell them not to drive in the daytime. They should be driving only in the night. They want to get to their station, they relax. One person will drive over 2 days.
Yeah.
Or driving today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. And when he gets on, he will sleep up and die and kill a lot of people. Number four is that people, when tanker falls, people should not go to take fuel. People should not go and take fuel. That is one of the problems we have.
Right.
People want to go and carry fuel. And because of the lot, lose their life. EFCC should strategize in going to arrest so that they will not be losing souls. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor. I appreciate you for calling. Thank you very much. We still have about 5 minutes before we shut it all down this morning. This program comes to you every weekday, Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. You can also catch up on breaking news and updated political stories and social news on our YouTube page. It's High Voltage News. You will do us good to like it, subscribe to it, and then share to your friends and your family. Also, on the Punch newspaper this morning, this is from our investigated catalog. Salome Adaidu, that is the young lady who lost her beautiful life to her boyfriend, the gospel singer, who seemed to have chopped her up, deboned her. If you followed that story, it's quite a graphic and very inhuman. That story, it will keep you calm for a very long time. Chopped her up into almost 50 pieces, deboned her, very cannibalistic behavior. The stories that are coming out of that is quite heartbreaking, and it's worrisome. Our mental health in this country should be priority, but I'm not seeing mental hospitals. We can barely get our general hospitals and public hospitals to run. We don't have enough mental hospitals to deal with the mental troubles that Nigerians are dealing with. This is sickness. This is a big problem. Who knows? This kind of professionalism that this young man has exhibited with his girlfriend, it's not accident. It's not even coincidence. This is professional. You should follow this story. It's quite sad. All right. So now the father of the young man who has done this, name of the young man is Timileyin Ajayi. His father is begging the police to release the young man to his family. Don't ask Nigerians what they think of this, because it's been going agog since yesterday. Anyways, let's move forward before we shut it down. Donald Trump says transgender athletes will not be allowed to participate in women's sports. Yes, that's right. Enough. We've had enough of this. It's not okay. Yep. A lot of things are going to happen. I've seen some people who belong to the LGBTQ who have vowed that as long as Trump is president, they would never set foot in America. So many things are going to unfold with this inauguration yesterday. The whole world is going to feel an impact of all of these decisions. So let's watch out and see the new policies take effect. All right. Now, last news on the item this morning: Donald Trump to sign an executive order. All right, I told you that before. And also, talking about the inauguration, Joe Biden, he pardoned his entire family as his last act as president of the United States yesterday. You don't want to know. You have no idea. All right, so to catch up on all of these stories, I promise you, it's on our YouTube page at High Voltage News. Please like, subscribe, and share. We'll be putting out all the documents, informations, and letters out there. So check it out, catch up, and I'll see you tomorrow. My name is Mavis Atudume. If I couldn't talk to you today, please pardon me and catch up with me tomorrow morning, okay? Stay alert, like I told you in the beginning. Stay focused.